Guys, welcome to my kitchen. This is Kathryn and this is Little Bits of Heaven Homestead, where everything we do is a little bit of our own personal heaven. So I'm running crazy late tonight. I'm usually trying to get on live a little bit earlier. I was outside scooping poop and feeding animals and got sidetracked, realized the sun was going down, came inside, had some stuff to do. But here I am, I made it, and I hope you guys enjoy this show. So tonight I am making anti-aging face cream, or at least that's what I call it, and it's something that I use personally as my husband uses it, not so much for anti-aging properties. Hello Deborah, greetings to you back. But it's just something that feels really good on our face, and I wanted to share with you the ingredients that I use and why. So initially I wanted to show you my setup. I don't know if you can see this, but I've got a double boiler. So I've got my pot of water here and then my melting pot here. And what I have already put in here is beeswax. And the purpose of beeswax when I use it in any of my DIY body care products is most for its firming properties. It makes it more of a solid versus a liquid. And some of these, so my next ingredient that I use in this lotion, I have other lotions where I don't incorporate the sweet almond oil, but this one for the face lotion I find it particularly important. I've done it where I've substituted, rather than using sweet almond oil, I use olive oil, and what I find is the sweet almond oil absorbs completely and fully, where the olive oil really wants to sit on the surface of my face. So I've regretted when I've swapped out sweet almond oil for olive oil. So let me grab my measuring cup real quick. And here, I would be very particular about this particular oil. As like I said, I've gone to swap it out with other stuff and I really have not liked the results. So sweet almond oil itself has all sorts of great skin nourishing properties. It's packed full of vitamins, particularly vitamin E and vitamin A. Vitamin E itself is known to be a fabulous antioxidant, which is fighting off all of these free radicals, mostly coming from the sun. So where did I get the beeswax? I order from different soaping companies primarily. I think this beeswax is from Nature's Garden, it looks like. As I've ordered online on Amazon, and I particularly like to look for organic. I have bees. I know that bees can't necessarily, whatever their products are, hey Tom, can't necessarily be qualified totally as organic because you can't guarantee where a bee is going to go within a 5-mile radius necessarily, but it just makes me feel good to have that organic rating on there. But the Nature's Garden product does not come as organic. So it's one of those pick your battles. I figure if you're making a lot of your body care products, you're already doing a whole lot better than buying grocery store products, because you're reducing a lot of the potentially harmful chemicals and synthetic properties and preservatives. So if you can just, I don't necessarily believe on any of this journey being 100% hardcore or militant, because I think that sets yourself up for failure. But if you are making steps forward on living a healthier life and reducing things that could potentially be harmful, I think you're doing better. So hello, Michelle at Serenity Mountain Homestead, welcome. So my next product that I'm going to put into the face lotion is coconut oil. And many people are familiar with coconut oil as far as body care products. What I'd like to pass on, because I think there is a misconception as far as coconut oil, is it can be very drying. So in all of my body care products, if I'm using coconut oil, I'm using it in conjunction with other oils. So it does have some moisturizing properties, but if you get heavy on your coconut oil, its cleansing properties are going to far outweigh its moisturizing properties, and it could be to your skin's detriment. So I love coconut oil. It has all sorts of skin healing properties. It's known to be antibacterial, antiviral, antimicrobial, so it does really good things specifically for your skin. But like I said, you want to pair it with other types of oils. So in here I've got my beeswax, my sweet almond oil, my coconut oil. I also like to use, this is cocoa butter, and hard to see, lighting's weird. So again, I go for organic if and where possible. This is food grade. So let's see, Serenity Mountain says, nice to know because I have been using it plain and told my husband my skin feels drier now. That is why. So it's got some moisturizing properties, but it is far, far more cleansing. Hello, Kathleen, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. So next ingredient I am putting in is cocoa butter, and it does, sorry, cutting it here. It does several things for the skin as well. One of the things that I really like it is it's pretty solid, where the coconut oil and the sweet almond oil will tend to be a soft liquidy specifically when it's warm. Over winter it's not so bad. But the cocoa butter will help solidify it, but it also protects the skin by laying down this layer that traps moisture underneath. And it also has all sorts of fatty acids, which is good for your collagen production. So just all of this power-packed punch in this lotion here. So, oh, thank you so much, Kathleen. She's going to share the link. If you guys would feel so inclined to share or like, and if you haven't subscribed already, it is much appreciated. So that is the lineup on my oils. Aside from, I also add vitamin E oil. And I know that this is also found in some of the other oils that I've already put in there, but vitamin E oil is so good for your skin. It's known to help fight wrinkles. It's helps prevent scars. In fact, most often if somebody gets a really nasty cut and has a scar building, doctors will recommend that you pick up vitamin E oil and rub it on because it's known to reduce long-term scarring. So all sorts of great stuff in here. So Serenity Mountain says, I found you random and I'm loving learning from you. Oh, I'm so glad you found me. Thank you. So, okay, let me make sure. Running down my recipe, making sure I'm not missing anything. That is it. And then I do add essential oils. I don't think they're hoodoo voodoo. I think there is some real power in some essential oils. If you research what individual oils are good for, you can really put together some ideal combinations depending on what you're going for. So some of my favorites, and again I go for organic and therapeutic grade, it's frankincense, it's lemon oil for this particular blend for my face lotion. I love rosehip oil, and then this one is going to have some lavender. And really there is no magic to this. It's just a little bit of research and really trying to hone in on what you're trying to get your lotions to do. So do I give measurements or I just wing it? I actually have a recipe, and if I can remember, I'll try and type it up and put it in the description. So, and I'm also putting together a couple of these, which I will be putting on our Etsy store. You can find, I'm teamed up with Julie at Dirt Patch Heaven, and so we'll have a handful of these over at the Dirt Patch Heaven Etsy store. And so that's really all I've got for you guys tonight. So the magic is you just melt it together, and I wait and do the essential oils at the very end, and then I will, once it's completely melted and incorporated, I will pour it into my containers for my personal use. I just like little mason jars, and these are real easy to get our fingers into. So I hope you guys got something of value out of this. I hope that you appreciate what I'm bringing to the table here, because this is very odd for me being on YouTube. So again, if you could like, share, subscribe, thanks for joining me, and I will do my best to be back here Thursday. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week.